Hello everyone, I'm Dmitry Grasimov, CEO of Cellframe. Today we have another one of our regular AMA streams to tell you all the news about our project and to answer your questions. Here's what we have planned for today. First, I will tell you about how we are preparing for the Blockchain Live conference in September. Then we have some updates on the progress of development. Here are the topics: masternodes, multimedia apps, the mainnet, and then we'll talk about the issue of migrating LP pairs. So let's begin with news about staking. Obviously, a lot of people have questions about staking. This is what I want to say generally. We are committed to getting it right. We are perfectionists, especially when it comes to security. We can all see what happens these days to some projects. There are new reports every day about projects being hacked. We have postponed the release of LP pair staking so that we can fix the vulnerabilities that we found during our audit of the code. We can't simply release the software as is just to get it out quickly. We care a lot about our project and about everyone involved in it. This approach means that things move a little less quickly, but we still move forward with confidence. And this type of careful work leads to excellent results in the end. We have to go through the whole cycle: development, testing, development again. And so until QA approves the product, we repeat this cycle. While part of the team worries about security, other employees from other departments are developing other areas. So eventually, when the staking is ready, it will really be ready, along with many extra features. And it's not just about staking. It's about preparing for users to be able to launch masternodes, about migration, and a lot of other things. I'm happy to report that all consensus problems have been solved. Some issues came up with the mempool processing policy, but as soon as this are solved, we will announce single token staking. This is a good example of how conditional transactions make it easier to launch things like staking. This is because conditional transactions are pretty simple and transparent. There is no need to complicate things with a smart contract and send it to an audit. Our experience has shown that doing things that right way leads to good results and makes for less work in the future. Hard work pays off. So what we are working on now let's look on this and what our team is working on. The majority of our efforts are concentrated on the launch of the mainnet. We are getting everything prepared so that people can start setting up their own masternode. For this, we are in the process of finishing a special verifier for conditional transactions, which will be used for single token staking. The same verifier will be used to delegate a key to a masternode. So our first priority is to make it possible for everyone to launch a masternode and to enable staking using the masternode mechanism. So same work we use for both features, for staking and for masternode. We have been asked why not all of our efforts are focused on the mainnet. You need to understand that you can send a designer to fix bugs in the mainnet. You can send a front-end developer, and not even all backend developers are experts at it. In particular, we have a department that deals with multimedia. There is a department that deals with enterprise projects. We can't stop being involved with these enterprise projects, otherwise we would have to sell tokens and dump the market. Nobody wants it. Accordingly, our team engaged in enterprise development, and we're also developing a plugin for the AV Restream protocol. That's our new protocol, AV Restream. This plugin is designed for both corporate projects and public tools like ConfCall, or better say TDApp, truly decentralized application. It also works well for content delivery like streaming YouTube, for example, for video on demand, live streaming, or any kind of REST streaming. This plugin also works as an engine for building decentralized multimedia applications. This topic is something that we plan to go in depth with a separate hackathon, all in good time. Right now, we have put this hackathon program on pause, while we are putting all our resources directly into Cellframe development and getting to the launch of the mainnet. By the way, we are looking for partners to collaborate on hackathons in the future. Feel free to contact with us. Now let's get back to the capabilities of the AV Restream plugin. We have balanced the protocol and also set up content logging. Each stream is a piece of content, re-encoding, queries, metadata, and much more. This will be a universal service, not tied to any one thing, which will enable users to bring in passive income. And developers will get access to a big playing field for building TDApps based on this extension. It will be a plugin that nodes will be able to download and earn tokens from running this plugin. This will have advantages over cloud computing. You may have seen similar technology in other projects where the media streams always chose the most optimal route and is routed through service and network participants. It will be not only a decentralized service, but also a service with high quality streaming, with many settings and types of calls for hundreds of people at the same time. Next topic, it's about migration. Because of changes in our tokenomics and because we want to reduce fees, we are migrating to a new smart contract for the BIP20 tokens. It will be different from the old one in the size of the commission and also be fewer features in the token contract. This need to increase security. A website for migration will be available for you to use if you hold BIP20 tokens or if you have LP pairs. If you staked something in Uniswap pool or Pancake pool, then you can just stake them and they will be migrate automatically. We will not migrate from Ethereum or anywhere else. We are migrating to a new BIP20 smart contract from the old one. We are of course not abandoning our native CF20 protocol, it's still our target on nearest future. This migration is only relevant tokens in the BSC network. LP pair migration. LP pairs from previous versions, Pancake version 1, Uniswap version 2, will migrate to version 3 for Uniswap, version 2 for Pancake Swap. We are doing this to reduce fees. The migration will take place directly inside the staking process. We recommend moving these LP pairs into staking, where they will migrate automatically. Remember, don't split up your LP pairs. Stake them and migrate without losing any of your bonus. You remember, as long you are holding your cell with pair in Uniswap or Pancake pool, you obtain more bonuses. For BIP20 LP pairs, they will also migrate to the new token contracts automatically. So everybody starts staking. If you already want to start trading with low fees now, you'll be able to use a website where you can do the migration. For exchanges, we will move them to the new BIP20 token right away. Next topic is TPS. People often ask us how is possible to have unlimited TPS, transactions per second. And what will be the TPS in your system? It's true that in theory, TPS is unlimited. This does not mean that it's limitless. It just means that there is no theoretical limit. As the computing power and connection speed increases, the TPS number will also increase. How is this accomplished? This works because the TPS of each individual shard is not tied to one central element that all transactions must go through. So the bigger the number of shards in the system, the bigger the transaction capacity. The more users there are, the more shards they will create, the higher the TPS capacity. This creates some risk to security, I know, because each shard will have its own security. We want to avoid the situation where there is a large number of small shards that are easy to attack. To do this, we enable cross-validation. This is a form of peer-to-peer transaction where neighboring shards validate each other. In theory, this will create very good results in terms of transactions per second. Also will be a mechanism similar with Polkadot Fisher ones, we call it sheriffs, but that's really a huge topic, we'll talk about this sometime later. Right now, this level of sharding is in development. So far, we only have single level sharding on the parachain level. So we have a bog backbone, we have KLVPN network, we have some other parachains, testnets, devnets. For now, our sharding is the same as the Polkadot's. When we build the second homogeneous level sharding, where we will have cells, which is what we call shards in our system, then we will be able to demonstrate high TPS rates. So until we will build the system, we are not even measuring our TPS. If we did measure TPS now, it would not be very high since we are using post-quantum signatures. Compare the size of a standard transaction, it's about 40 bytes, to a post-quantum one, more than a kilobyte. It's a huge difference. So even though we write all our code in pure C, with all possible optimizations, we don't expect crazy speeds within each shard. Of course, the speed will still be very fast. We are aiming for tens or hundreds of thousands of transactions per second within a single shard. But the most important thing here is how it will work when there are many shards. Until we have the shards in place, we're not measuring the speed. I hope this was a good discussion of the subject for those who are interested. If you have more questions, there is still time to ask them in the chat. Next topic is about our life as a company. Meanwhile, I can tell you about it. We're preparing ourselves to attend the blockchain live forum again, which will take place about 14 and 15 of September. Small group of us is going from different cities, and we'll be in Moscow the whole week from September 12th to September 17th. Like last time, we'll be at our booth, like out for photos on our social media, telling conference participants about our enterprise solutions, about the whole range of our services, about specific cases, and of course we'll be answering a million questions, but that's not normal for us. While we still have some potential partnerships to discuss from our last time at the event, we are getting ready to engage with new ones. Action is our middle name, so overall our companies enjoy all the activity. Hiring new employees. We are expanding our staff both in the office and remote from other cities. Marketing, design, development, all these teams are growing, which is great to see. On one hand, we are helping people who are new to blockchain to learn about it. And on the other hand, we are gaining new knowledge from people who came from other companies working on similar areas of IT. At the conference in Moscow, we'll be also post new job openings, growth, and more growth. And we hope that are all growing too. Morrowind is alive. So now we'll move on to questions that were submitted. And the first question: why are you doing something else instead of concentrating all your efforts on mainnet? I just answered on this before because we cannot direct designers or non-specialist for from or specialists from other uh, departments. They cannot. We cannot get everyone to work with mainnet. So we have to load other people with other tasks. We have concentrated as lot as possible of our team on the mainnet. The next question: will you start attracting external project to start building? We are working on this right now. We have started a long time ago. We are in negotiation with a lot of teams, so I hope nearest time you will see such projects. Next question. Token will be emitted from node reward and staking reward if we are emitting talk 2 years after that cell has to generate revenue to avoid token emissions. That will be revenue model for cell. What is the plan? Plan is to collect native fees from network and from our applications. You know, we have two fees. One is from network, another from application. I mean TDApp. And at least network fee will direct in a special foundation. It will be Cellframe Foundation, and in this Cellframe Foundation, you cell holders, you would be able to vote for spendings, and the spendings will be for project purposes, project needs, and I believe we'll move most of development from a private company to open community foundation. The next question: is Cellframe an L1 or L0 only? What is the mainnet if it's not an L1? Cellframe it's both L1 and L0. L0 is our whole ecosystem. L1 it's our central network backbone. Sometimes we call it mainnet, but maybe it's possible to call mainnet as L1. It's a central hub for parachains. We call it backbone. You can see it in Cellframe dashboard's network list. Next question: why are you talking about percents readiness, and how do you even measure percents readiness? Imagine you're running. I think you have seen this oftenly, because when you're running some applications that has progress bar like downloading, you see percents, and how it measures. Uh, Same as we do. We count number of tasks, then take average time for every task type and summarize it. And yes, as on software progress bar, it's possible to see to face situation when there is 98% and last 2% take really too long time. That's how we measure it. Okay, that was all your questions. Now let's go to chat and see what you're asking. Okay. Is there any place where an investor can check your business model? Basically, we want to know how does Cellframe make money. As for mainnet, it's 6 months late. I mentioned before how we make money. We have different departments. We have enterprise department. We have integration. We have some outsource. Yes, maybe it will be good to describe it all somewhere on our site. I will try to remember it, to keep it in mind. And nearest time, I think we'll put it in one place. Okay, the next question. It's question or not. Kindly report the fake Twitter account and take necessary action. As far as I remember, we have reported in our official Twitter. Please be careful. We don't do any airdrops. We don't produce any signals. So if you see it, it's scammers. Scammers, how to say it. Okay. Questions about max supply. Please read our Medium articles about our tokenomics change. Yes, there is link. Drop it in this chat about it. I'm asking the Cellframe related technology videos for the past 6 months. First video will be uploaded nearest time. Really, we just beginning to work with such videos. Where I can get the stickers of Cellframe, I need one. In Moscow, came in Moscow. I hope we'll do some delivery worldwide. When hackathons, when we'll find some partners for this. Okay, yes, there are stickers and Telegram. They are for free. Okay, that were all your questions. Thank you for everything. We'll see you next stream. Goodbye.